right, our final brand of the day, Bear Squeeze. Max BAUMANN, BJ McCaslin, come on stage. There you go. I'm sorry? You can use these, and your timer's right there.
All right, so grab one of these mics. So my English teacher always told me, show, don't tell, so we're going to start with a little video. Right on. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Let me see where this little thing is. So for every entrepreneur, it starts with a journey. And you find a problem that you're so passionately, deeply in love with, and you just want to solve it. And for me, it was nutrition. I was working really long days at Just Chill and building another company, Base Makers. And my diet consisted of 4 Quest bars and a bag of almonds. So far from complete nutrition, but turns out I wasn't the only one. 24% of Americans skip breakfast, 62% dine at the desk, and inadequate nutrition can lead to a loss of productivity by up to 20%. So we end up making sacrifices. And even if you grab a better-for-you product that's a gluten-free bag of chips, they're still chips. You know, you're still not loading your body full of the right nutrients to perform at your best and feel your best. So if our 2 most valuable resources, besides relationships, our 2 most valuable resources are our health and our time, how do we create a product that can solve both?
What I want to introduce you to is Bear Squeeze. It's a plant-based meal shake that consists of pumpkin seed protein, coconut oil, probiotics, and vitamin and minerals, all derived from whole ingredients. And as you see on this next slide, we have a spider web of callouts here. More probiotics than 4 kombuchas, more protein than 3 eggs. It's more nutrient dense than 2 kale salads, has more MCTs than your favorite butter coffee. And then what we did making this product, we teamed up with these culinary renegades out of Boston called Chew. These guys go hard. They're led by a guy that I call the modern day Willy Wonka. They're all trained across the world, culinary kitchens, as well as Harvard and MIT. And what truly that Max and I take away from this product, it's a nutrient blend that has heavy probiotics. It's low in sugar and high in protein.
So how big is the size of the pie? And I think this is one of the biggest questions that everyone looks at when they enter a market from a business perspective. The meal replacement beverage category is growing at a 7.1% compound annualized growth rate, becoming a $12 billion category by 2020. It's huge. So when you look at it, you say, okay, if it's a big category, how are you really going to disrupt it? And you can read that quote at the top of this slide. The ketogenic diet was the most searched diet in 2016, and if you go on Google Trends today, that is increasing more and more. It just passed paleo in April, and it's on an absolute tear. The route to market. So we're doing something a little bit disruptive, not just in terms of the product we're bringing to market, but how we're bringing it to market. We have a Kickstarter campaign lined up on January 9th. We'd love for all you guys to join. And we're working with one of the most disruptive growth hacking agencies on building out around $500,000 in the first 35 days of launch. We are then going to be on a Shopify website for the next 2 years where we're going to be learning so much about our consumer and then going with a ready-to-drink line in retail by year 3. The beautiful thing about sales and marketing digitally is you can track everything. We can know exactly what consumers are responding. We're already starting to do some lead generation ads, and we're seeing 25 to 35-year-old males absolutely love it. And ultimately, it comes down to the management team. We have amazing investors, advisors, accompanying BJ and I, and we couldn't be more excited about it. Thank you, guys.
Great job. Stick around. The judges may have a couple questions for you. You can slide up here. I'm not going to bite. So, Mark, are you going to join the Kickstarter campaign?
Sure, why not? Yeah, I'm just confused. Are you doing RTD out of the gate? What are you going to do out of the gate?
So out of the gate, it actually comes as a powder in a bottle,
Okay.
and we ship that to the consumers, and then it's very customizable. You can add almond water, you can add coconut water.
Bags a la Soylent, you know?
No, it's actually a pre-packed powder
Oh, okay.
in a bottle.
In a bottle.
Everything's
Yeah,
freeze
so the
dried.
margins are actually over 60%.
Wow.
Incredible.
Look, it's timely. The trends are absolutely on. I think there's something legit there. It's that route to market's a great one, but it's tough, right? Consumers move very quickly to new trends, new products. They've got a lot of options. If you can pull it off, it's phenomenal, but it's not nearly as easy as you're thinking.
No, and that's what I credit to Max. What he's building out with those people on the screen and his efficacy towards what he's doing with this platform, it's really inspiring. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Andrea, the guys talked a lot about the market opportunity for meal replacement beverages, ketogenic beverages. What's your take?
I think it's a good concept. It seems early. I didn't realize it was in a package, not ready to drink. So that was a good call out for me. So I think a little bit more education about how the customer should use it. But I do think it's very trendy, and it's something that can definitely take off. But I think the education piece will be important.
Ken, in terms of leadership of the team, how important is that for an early stage brand?
It's important, and I feel like I know so many people on that screen right now that I'm probably disqualified
Family.
from opining on this thing. But one of the blind spots that we didn't hear in the presentation was the price point of whatever the dose is today.
So it's going to be priced competitively to our category. I think Soylent is around $4. We're going to be $5. So we're more of a Tesla market rather than the Ford Focus market.
So it's an electric.
Well,
High tech, Kenny.
yeah. Online meal replacement beverages. Matt, what's VEB's? How is VEB looking at this category in particular, e-commerce and meal replacement?
Well, obviously the direct-to-consumer element is great. A great way for the long tail to get on shelf virtually. Meal replacement is an interesting space. I think there's a great premium opportunity. One question I have is there's a lot here on the ingredient list. It's a pretty lengthy one. Do you need all of these components for it to be the perfect meal solution through the diet?
So most of those are the vitamins and minerals, and we wanted a complete meal. So that's basically the give and take. We could have made it, 7 ingredients,
Yeah.
but we want to provide consumers with every vitamin and mineral they need to function at their best.
So the watch out would be when you go to ready to drink, this could be a detriment to have such a complicated, looking ingredient.
I think if you hydrated it and sold it as such, you'd have to probably dummy down the ingredient list. I did all the ordering. It's a lot of people, and it's a very kind of proprietary concept what we're doing with making the product. So you're exactly right.
Yeah.
John, overall, the taste, the branding, the label, what's your opinion?
Well, I think in terms of taste, I think we were sampling this with water, I assume, mixed in.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. Looking
Like
at this list, it is reminiscent of Soylent. I would certainly prefer this from a taste perspective. I think the brand looks sharp. I know you guys designed this brand for a pouch product that you were going to launch a while ago. So, the squeeze thing kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But, there's something about it that, it looks approachable. I think from that perspective, really like it. So.
I think to your credit, we're going to drop the squeeze.
Great.
Thank you for that.
All right, great feedback, great presentation. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good job. Well done.